From the Red Sea to the Black Sea, shipping lanes are under siege. The Houthis are striking Israel-linked vessels in the Red Sea, while the Russia-Ukraine war is making any journey across the Black Sea potentially perilous. The fallout is global higher costs, longer routes and mounting risks, as described by experts at the International Union of Marine Insurance Conference in Singapore this week.
Every new Israeli bombardment of Yemen risks retaliation by the Houthis. Shipping in the Red Sea, increasingly a target of the militant group. Every assault, a shock to commercial operators. 1,000 kilometers north, the disruption to shipping in mine-infested waters of the Black Sea is equally savage. Maritime trade in the Black Sea, vital for energy and agricultural shipments, remains under serious threat from Russia's war in Ukraine, while more than 100 attacks on merchant ships have been recorded in the Red Sea since the onset of the war in Gaza. The impact ultimately borne by consumers worldwide.
When a vessel comes from Asia, instead of passing the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, it will be rerouted and will go around Africa and the Cape of Good Hope, which takes 2 more weeks, which consumes much more fuel, which is at a higher freight rate for the consumers and for the shippers.
Insurers warn of bigger risks, including longer voyages through unfamiliar waters and limited port facilities for repairs. Average accident claims are expected to jump to a record of more than $65,000 per vessel this year, from under $50,000 in 2020. This has weighed on shipping costs as vessel insurance premiums surge almost threefold from 2 decades ago. Adding to the danger is the rise of a shadow fleet, ships used to evade sanctions on Russia. These ships often operate without clear ownership and switch off tracking systems to disguise cargo origins.
These dark fleet vessels are often older, right, less safe, not properly insured, not properly inspected, and so forth. So as a result of that, there is greater likelihood of incidents and casualties. They are often not flagged with the more reputable flag states. So the flag state oversight of the vessels might not be as strong.
The size of Russia's shadow fleet has more than doubled in a year. Analysts say they now make up 17% of the world's tanker fleet, and they've been linked to dozens of fires, collisions, and oil spills. Beyond conflict, trade restrictions and tariffs are also redrawing the map of global shipping. Exports from China to the US have fallen sharply this past year, while shipments to Asia and Europe have grown.
We expect that the growth of trade exported from China would be slower. Then there will be impact on other countries. Let's say in this region, Southeast Asia, we notice that there are certain countries at the moment may even be benefited. Like, for example, we do see higher container traffic in Vietnam, in Malaysia as well, and, for example, Thailand as well. But the impact is not fully seen yet.
To minimize the impact, companies are turning to shipping pools, sharing vessels, routes, and cargo space to cut down on empty runs and better absorb sudden shifts in trade flows.
It helps to diversify in different kinds of ships, like bulk carriers, tankers, and container ships. These are just some examples. And then also different sizes of ships, using different ships in different regions, in different trade routes. And especially in this very volatile environment, it helps. Basically, the idea is don't put all eggs in one basket.
Despite all these challenges, there are signs of a silver lining. Inflation is easing, and while insurance costs are up, freight rates are stable by historic standards.
Going through a period of transition or some instability or new regulations being introduced, new tariffs, new sanctions, that transitionary kind of phase is when things may look a bit gloomy. But once you work it through, even with sanctions and tariffs around, the industry is adaptable.
Our prediction is not that geopolitical tensions will disappear in the future. They will always be around, and for business, it will always be about adaptation. That is the beauty of business. It will always, like water flows down a mountain, business will always find a way to continue, since consumers need the service of the shipping industry.
Amid geopolitical tensions and rising risks, the shipping industry faces an uncertain course. While its history suggests resilience, much will depend on how global trade weathers the challenges ahead.